You're looking good. Guys, if you wanted a set of weights for today, hypothetically speaking, you could always grab them. Hashtag just saying. No pressure though. So if you've got your weights nearby, that's great. We're not going to use them to begin with. So we're going to kind of do what we did last week, do a little bit of strength, a little bit of mobility, a little bit of strength, a little bit of mobility. We're going to start with the mobility section, which is going to be lying on our back, which is great. So we're going to join together in holy matrimony. Sorry, that's like the lamest joke ever, but anyway, lying down um, with your feet flat on the ground. And just take a moment, guys, to settle in. I'll give everybody a couple of seconds just to get into this position here. If it's your first time lying on the ground today, I know that's a bit of a strange thing to say, but if this is your first time at least lying on the solid surface, you might feel like you need to just briefly hug your knees in towards your chest. And the reason for that would be to lengthen into the lower back. So join me in hugging the knees in and taking a little rock from side to side. But as we do this, the purpose of it is to get the length into the lower back and almost massage out the lower back muscles. Okay, so let's take about 20 more seconds here just to find the length into the lower back. If you feel like you've been here for a couple of seconds and your head positioning is just feeling a bit off, then you can always grab your pillow and just put it behind your head as well. Okay, cool. We're going to pop our feet back onto the ground, parallel hip width distance. So if you had a pencil and you drew a line from your heel, it would hopefully meet your sit bone on that same side. And then let's take our hands over our tummy with our index finger or middle finger, either one, over your belly button. Once you've comfortably rested your hands onto your tummy, can you try and relax your shoulders a bit for me? I want you to try and get as much contact with the back of your shoulders into the floor as possible. And this is a relaxing movement, so I don't want you to like strain your shoulders into the floor, but just almost visualize melting of the shoulders into the floor. You may notice that once you've melted the shoulders back into the ground, that your collarbones can get really broad, so they're full length. Close over your eyes. Soften your cheeks and your jaw, maybe even separating your teeth. And then slowly start to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Keep on breathing, inhaling in through the nose, and notice your hands rising, your tummy expanding, ribs expanding into the ground behind you. And then exhaling. Keep on breathing like this, guys, and just watch that when you take your inhale, you're not tensing into your neck again. It's something that I do all the time, so I have to remind myself, hey, you're just breathing into your tummy now. The chest will rise and fall naturally. Taking 3 more breaths, just like this. conscious breath, although I'd like you to try and really keep that nice inhale in through the nose, exhale out the mouth going at your kind of own pace. I'd like you to hug your left knee in towards your body. Okay, so we're taking that left knee, bringing it in. And then guys, we're going to start to just check in with your weight distribution into your pelvis. So as soon as that left knee comes in, don't lose contact with the floor on your right glute. So make sure that you've got your right butt cheek still on the floor and your tailbone is grounded. Yeah? Take your hands behind your left thigh now. Yeah, so the fingers are interlocked behind that left leg. You're pulling the leg maybe even a little closer and letting your knee float out towards your left armpit. Might find a little bit more space like that. Flex into your left foot. So you're bringing the back of the foot towards the shin. Take an inhale for me. And as you exhale, super slowly, keep the thigh in close to your body. Start to straighten out the left leg. You're probably not going to get that knee straight. It's not about that. You'll feel a stretch anyway. And then slowly bring the heel towards the bum. That's the move. So we're slowly straightening. You'll feel your hamstrings kick into your hands. Those are the muscles we're stretching. And then bend. Yeah? And extend. Now, if you've been sitting, which I'm assuming you have and I have been sitting as well, prior to teaching this, we've been sitting on our hamstrings. So don't force them into your maximum end range of motion straight away. Tease it out, just like a squash ball, warming it up. Kind of the same principle here. 4 more. Keeping the breath nice and constant. Keeping the shoulders relatively relaxed. Collarbones are broad. Last 2. Last one, guys. Hold that leg extended to your max, okay? Doesn't matter if there's a soft bend in the knee, but try and hold it up there. Flex into the foot a little more. So draw the toes back towards the shin. Now try and hold your leg there with the power of your muscles and take your hands away from the leg now. Ha 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 ha. So the leg is now free on its own, doing its own thing. From this position, you're going to see if you can slowly start to slide your right leg long on the mat. Yeah, so right leg is going to slide forward, and then you're going to slide your right heel back in. Slide your right heel forward, straightening out that right leg. Slide it in. Keep magnetizing that left heel to the sky. Can we go for maybe 5? And 4. Almost there, guys. 3 to go. Keep those ribs down. Don't let the lower back arch. 2. Good job. Last 1. We're going to hook that left ankle over the right knee. Actually, with your left glute, squeeze that left knee out to the side. Pause there for a moment. And we're going to hug right thigh in towards the body. Okay, so your figure 4. So I know all of you guys have done this with me before. You should have that familiar stretch through the left glute. Keeping it there. So you know that this is one of those stretches where you might need the pillow behind your head. I want you to try and encourage as much length through the back of your neck as possible. So a slight tuck of the chin towards the throat without tensing through the neck. If you can keep your head and your spine in this nice position and grab a hold of the front of your right knee, then try and go for that little bit of extra depth into the stretch. Holding here for 5. 4. In this position, all my neck wants to do the whole time is extend, so I have to constantly remind myself to lengthen it. Last 2. Breaths. And last breath here. All right, guys. Now again, we're going to try and hold this complex of the legs with the power of our muscles. So you're going to see if you can release your hands from the situation, reach your hands up towards the sky. Maybe you can straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling as well. That's not essential, so you can keep the bend if that's better for your leg. Whatever you're doing, whether it's straight or right, a straight or long right leg, take an inhale for me. And as you exhale, we're going to come up into flexion, into a crunch. Okay? Try and pull your left knee as far away from your face as possible using your left glute, and then slowly come down. Try for 5. Tuck your chin first and then come into your crunch so you're not whiplashing your neck up into that position. And 4, tuck chin, then abs. And 3, tuck chin, and then abs. 2, tuck chin, abs. Okay, last time, try and hold it up for me here, guys. Try and hold it up for me. Pull that left knee as far away from your face using your left glute, and you're going to lift and lower the right leg. It's like a foot, up and down, teeny tiny pulses up and down. I say pulse, it's more of a fluid lower and lift. 5. 4, contact your lower abdominals. 3, you can do it. 2, 1. Lower the right foot down, lower the left foot down, and hug your right knee in towards your chest. Well done. Hopefully I remember all of that. Okay, so we're hugging the right knee in towards the chest. Because of the angle or because of the way your hip joint is made and your pelvis, if you let your right knee float out towards your armpit a little bit, that right armpit, you might find you can get it even closer, which is great. Take your fingers and interlock them behind the right thigh now. Yeah, keep that closeness. That's really aim number 1. Then flex into your right foot. So you're bringing the back of the foot towards the shin. And you're going to try and slowly tease it out. Extend into that right leg. And slowly bend. Okay. And slowly extend. And bend. Just remember that while we're doing this, we haven't rocked all of our weight into our right pelvic half. So you should still feel the contact with the left hip on the ground. Okay, using your tailbone as your center point. 4 to go. Flexing into the foot a little more. Hug the thigh in close. Don't let it pull away from your body. 3, 2. Well done. Last time, hold it right there. Stay right there. And you're going to see if you can take your hands away from that complex that you just created with that right leg. Keep it in close. Keep fighting for that little bit of extension through the knee and keep fighting for the flexed foot. Pull your ribs into the floor. Tuck your chin. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Try and find your center. So press the left hip into the ground. And we're going to slide that left heel forwards. Tummy muscles will kind of fire up here. And then slide it back in. So remember the line that the heel is on. The line that the heel is on is from the sit bone forward and then back in towards that sit bone again. So imagine your heel was on a tightrope and you were literally keeping that line super dead straight. And in. Just for fun. I know you guys like to be precise. 3. It's going to be super normal to feel pain at that right, or discomfort rather, at the front of that right hip flexor. 2. And last time, slide it in. Great job. Now hook right ankle over left knee. Well done. When you're ready, hug the left thigh in towards you for your figure 4. Okay, taking a couple seconds just to settle in here. Lengthen through the back of the neck, tuck the chin, broaden through your collarbones. Great job. If it's feeling like you want to go there and you're not going to force yourself through anything, uncomfortable, you're welcome to interlock your fingers at the front of the left knee. Finding a nice, slow, consistent breath here, relaxing into your cheeks and your jaw. Finding length through the back of the neck again. Two more breaths. Okay. Enjoying the stretch before we go into the little ab work sequence. Alright, so from here, you're going to see, if you can, take your hands away from the situation that you've just created with your legs. Contact your right glute, guys, to pull that right knee a little bit. It's like 2 centimeters further away from your face, but try and access that, okay? If you've got it in your body, you can straighten out your left leg, but it doesn't have to happen, okay? Whatever you've got here, reach the arms up towards the sky. Find your center, your tail. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin first and then flexion. Slowly down. And coming up, flexion. Slowly down. And coming up. Slowly down. 3 to go. Coming up. Slowly down. Last 2. Keep some juice in the tank for the lifts and the lowers. This is the last time we come into flexion. Hold at the top if you can. Please stay lifted. Pull your right knee away from your face and then slowly lift and lower. Guys, you are so welcome to explore the depth here, but you know that lower back positioning is number 1 priority. So, lowering and lifting, being honest about the fact that you want to use your abs, not your neck. 3, 2, 1 more. And then take it down. Well done. Put the feet onto the floor, guys, and just let those knees windscreen wipe from side to side. Fantastic. Well done. Okay, so while we're on our back, we're just going to use this time to work a little bit into our hamstrings. We did this actually last week, and we're going to build up into a bridge. So for now, I'm going to just place my hands alongside my body, bring my feet parallel, hip width distance again. I'm going to inhale to arch into my lower back, and I'm going to exhale to tuck and round into my lower back. Let's go for about 3 of these. Inhale to arch. Exhale to tuck. Inhale to arch. Start to think about how you're going to progress this into a bridge. Exhale to tuck. Next time, we're going to come up on the tuck. Inhale. Exhale, tuck. Stand down into your feet as if you're pushing them through the earth into your bridge. Pause at the top. Take a look at your beautifully parallel thighs, because I know they're parallel right now. Press down through the big toe edges. Close your rib cage down. Yeah? Broaden the collarbones and relax them. Inhale. And exhale, take it down nice and slow. Awesome job. Let's go for maybe 2 to 3 more like this. When we have the heels closer towards our bum, we're going to get more gluteus maximus. The further the feet go away from our bum, the more we're going to target hamstrings. So let's take it down. 1 more like this again. And slowly take it down. Now let's start to play around with moving those feet further away from our booty. So maybe take one step forward with both feet, and let's go into that lift again. So we're going to tuck, pick it up, lift. Just notice different sensations in the body here. Inhale at the top. Keep rooting down through the inside edges of your feet, but keep pinky toe contact, please. And then slowly take it down, finding that middle line that divides you into left and right halves. That's the line that we're going down through. One more with the feet in this position. And slowly down. Now, if you're already feeling your hamstrings like crazy here, then you keep it there. Otherwise, take another step forward with each foot. Ground down through all 10 toes. And again, we're going to tuck and lift. Noticing different sensations in the body. Slowly come down. The further and further your feet go away from you, the harder it's going to be to articulate. So don't worry too much about the domino effect up and down. And coming up. Good. Slowly down. Let's hang out here in this range for a little bit longer. So the next time you come up, can you try and hold it up there for me, please? Now, a lot of us, including myself, at this new range with the feet, you're probably going to be thinking about pushing your floor away from you. But can I ask you rather to pull the floor towards you with your feet and notice what that does through the back of your legs. Try not to let your butt sink down though. So push your bum up to the sky and draw the bottom of your mat towards you. Pull the earth in towards you. Hello hamstrings, and then slowly take your bum down. Let's do one more like that. So just notice those different feelings. Coming up. Bring it up. Again, pause. Try, instead of pushing the floor away through the heels, to draw the floor in towards you and lift your bum up higher. We're going to hold this here for 10. So what you're doing right now by drawing the floor in is called an isometric contraction. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Okay, for those of you who are feeling, explorative today, we're going to take another step forward. For those of you that are feeling quite challenged already, stay with that previous version. We're going to reach the hands up towards the sky for an extra challenge. So everybody can do that if they want to. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, come up. Pick it up. Pause. Draw the floor in towards you whilst keeping the bum away from the ground. Your calves might switch on here as well, but try and take that calf work into the back of your leg. So root down through the heels of your feet. 10, 9, close your ribs, lift your bum. Root down through the big toe edges. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly down. You got one more of them. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. Draw the ribs down into the floor. As you come up, draw the floor in towards you. So pull the earth, scrunch it up towards your butt. Pull it in, lift your butt. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take it down. Well done. Let's roll up into seated and we're going to change it up, okay? So changing it up quite significantly now. Come up onto your shins. All right. So on our shins, I'm going to ask you to lengthen your tailbone down towards the floor. You're going to reach your arms forwards. Keep your bum squeezed on. You know where that is now after all of the bridging. Before we do anything else, pinky toes of the feet, feel them, don't lose them, okay? Right arm rotates to the right. Bring it back. left to the left, bring it back. Now we're coming into shell stretch, child's pose. Take it down, feel the lower back lengthen. And then from here, guys, you might need to take a look at what I'm doing. I'm going to pull myself forward on the mat into a little kind of up dog situation. Try not to arch too much into the lower back. So try and find this position. Take a big deep breath into your lower abdominals. Press yourself back up into kneeling and start again. High kneeling. Rotate to the right. Bring it back. Rotate to the left. Bring it back. Shell stretch. Come down. Round into your spine. Pull yourself forward. Up into little up dog with my knees on the ground. Yeah? Take a breath into your lower abdominals. Fill your tummy and then come back into high kneeling. One more time. And rotate. Open to the right. Bring it back. Rotate. Open to the left. Bring it back. Child's pose or shell stretch. Come down. Pause for a breath. Think about what you're going to do. You're pulling yourself forward on the ground. Into little up dog. Take a breath into the front line of your body. And then tuck your toes. Take it up and back into downward facing dog for me. Pedal out those heels for 10. 9. Well done for that. I really enjoyed that little kind of flow. Hopefully we can come back to it. 3, 2, and 1. Let's walk our feet in towards our hands. Nice and slowly, guys. So we're trying to lengthen through the back of the legs, using that hamstring length that you've just worked for. And then we're going to roll it up into standing. And if you do have your weights nearby, you're going to grab a hold of them. If you don't have weights, don't worry. Okay? All right. So from here, we're going to come into a little bit of a lunge position. So I'm going to take my right foot forward and my left foot back. Yeah? Take a moment here, guys. Close down the rib cage. Tuck through the tail. Come high on the toes of your back foot and bend a little deeper into your front knee. Really important for this next movement is that you keep your spine nice and long and neutral. So you're going to try and avoid rounding, and you're going to try and avoid arching. Try and make that your main focus. So spinal movement. I'm going to hinge down, and then I'm going to push my front foot into the earth to bring my body up. And you should feel your hamstring again. Yeah, the front leg hamstring. So you're going to come down, push your front leg into the earth to come up. You can always narrow your stance, make it work for your body. Okay, this might look slightly different for you. And up. And so this would be kind of like a deadlift, I guess, but we're keeping that front knee in a static position, moving the trunk up and down. 5. What's nice about this is you can kind of keep an eye on your foot. You can see pinky toe on the ground, big toe on the ground. 3, 2, try not to let your spine round. Remember, you're keeping your sternum lifted. And last time. Well done. Let's switch it to the other leg. So left foot's going to come forward. Right foot's going to take a step back. Right, and then we're going to find that same position, right? So spine is kind of main focus here. Bending into the front knee, closing the ribs, relax through the neck, and then start to hinge forward. Press down through the front foot to lift. So my front knee is not straightening and bending. Front knee stays the same. Yeah. if you're feeling this in your lower back, it might be because you're letting your lower back arch. Okay? So think about tucking, think about lengthening, and think about keeping the chest up. 5. As you come up, push your front foot through the floor. That's going to give you more hamstring. 3. Push your front foot through the floor. 2. Last time. And up. Well done. Step it together. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Great job. Now, we can progress this exercise, as always, and make it more of a balancing exercise, whereby you would stand on one foot and come into something called a good morning. Okay, my balance is feeling a bit funky today, but let's see how we get on. So if you wanted to try that out, same thing. Watch for the lower back arch. Close down the ribs, lengthen through the crown, keep your chest up, okay, so that you don't end up rounding into your upper back, and then see if you can lift and hover your back foot off of the ground. Soft bend into your front knee, okay, and then again, hinge, hinge. You're looking to the horizon, not down at the floor, and then bring yourself back up, okay? Let's start small, because as soon as I see it all the time, people want to get down to the ground, and then the spine does all these crazy things. But try and think about all of the cues that you've just worked so hard to achieve in your body. Maybe 5 more. Doesn't have to be big to really kind of fire up the hamstring. 4. 3. Pushing that heel of the front foot into the earth to lift you as well. So really using that push through the floor to come up. 2. Watch those lower backs, guys. Please don't let them arch. Last one. Amazing. I really hope you feel your bum right now, okay, and your hamstring. Let's try the other side. If you felt like you got nothing out of that and you're just wobbling around like a leaf, then do the previous version, okay? I know sometimes I have those days. All right, so left foot forward, right foot back. Before the back foot lifts, close the ribs, lift the chest, open the collarbones, and come forward. Don't be tempted to just collapse down to the ground. Stay lifted, and then come up. Keeping the heart reaching forward, but not letting the lower back arch and ribs flare. So sometimes when we think about closing the ribs, it ends up causing a upper back rounding situation. Keep your posture nice and proud. 4 more. Pushing the front heel through the earth to lift you. And 3. Keep the chest open to the horizon. 2. Final one. Amazing. Pop it down. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Great job, everyone. Really, really strong. So you can put your weights down. Yay. And we're going to change it up. We're coming back into mobility. So I think we did this last week. Weeks are kind of blurring at the moment. But we're going to come into kind of like a mermaid position. I'm sure there are other names for this position, but mermaid. And I'm going to be on my left knee, right leg out to the side. Ideally, you've got the blade of the pinky toe on the ground. Okay? Back foot, toes can be tucked or untucked, whatever you prefer. Okay? Hands come down to the floor in front of you. Now, I just want you to feel something here. I want you to try and round into your lower back and then arch into your lower back. Okay? And then round. I did a twerking class the other day. Okay? It was brilliant. So if you ever twerk, this is the moment to try and think twerk, okay, in Pilates. So you're literally moving your pelvis forwards and backwards. And notice how the stretch changes. Try your best now, guys, to keep a little arch. Okay, so arching into the lower back, lifting your tail to the sky. And then try and pull your bum back towards your heel. And then bring it forward. You can always tuck the toes of your back foot under and just explore what that does for you. Okay, maybe nothing. 2 to go. So we're stretching the inner thighs. Inner thighs include some hamstrings. You've got 3 hamstrings. 2. And 1. Very nice. From here, untuck the toes of the back foot if they were tucked. Bring yourself up. Yeah. We're going to rotate towards the long leg, long outstretched leg. And I want you to draw 5 circles with your right arm. Backstroke. 5. 4. Try and keep the pinky toe of your left foot on the ground. 3. 2. 1. Very nice. Bring it back through center. Take your hands down, and we're going to rock our bum back again 3 times. Come back. 3. 2. 1. Bring it forward. Lift up. Rotate to the long leg side. Left arm circles back. Sorry, right arm circles back. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Well done. Hands to the floor last time, and we're going to walk our hands to the long leg side. Pause. Breathe. So some of you might be feeling quite a lot here, okay? But for those of you who are quite bendy, you can again play around with gently arching into the lower back and rounding. Because of the way these muscles attach, when you arch into your lower back, your pelvis lifts, your sit bones lift, and that's going to increase the stretch. Last 2. And last 1. Walk your hands over to the other side. Let the pinky toe edge of your right foot lift, and let your left hand come down to the ground next to your left knee. Okay, so this should be kind of like a familiar position for you guys. Once you're there, you're going to take your right arm up, reach and stretch. Watch that you're not back bending here. Close down those ribs. Very nice. Okay, great job. Now, from here, see if you can lift up through that right leg. Try not to let the lower back arch, okay? Close it down. Well done. So, from here, elbow to knee. Spine stays long, so try not to round into the lower back. Reach. Bend in. Reach. Bend in. On the reach, literally imagine someone was pulling your ankle. Yeah, so you want to get that feeling of stretch along the hip. creating your own decompression of your hip. 3, 2, keep the lower back long. It's really going to want to arch here. 2, and 1. Now try and keep that right leg lifted. Take your right hand down towards the floor. Left knee is going to pivot, or left foot's going to pivot, so you can square to the ground. Okay, take a second to figure that one out. All right, now a little bit of fancy kind of core compression needed here. You're going to push the floor away. You might need to come onto your fingertips just to lift your upper body away from the floor a little bit more. Bring your knee in towards your nose, now round into your spine a lot. And then take it back. Bring it in. Take it back. Now bring it in and see if you can step that left foot forward till it is between your two hands. Ha 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 ha. I would love to know who got that. Okay, so make a mental note. Tuck the toes of your back foot under. Lift your back knee up. And see if you can come into a lunge for me here. Cool transition, huh? Holding the position. All right, so from this position, we're going to come down 10 lunges. Bam. 9. 8. Arms can go anywhere, by the way. Mine are just up there. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Slowly, guys, take it back down to the floor through that lunge with control. Hands come to the ground, slide that left foot back, and we're going to start all over again on the other side. Again, hopefully I remember everything. All right, so from this position, back toes can be tucked or untucked, whatever. Pinky toe edge ideally on the ground. Okay, hands to the floor. Hopefully that's possible. And again, take a few moments just to settle in. Listen to your body here. Are there adjustments you need to make in your foot or in your knee for you to feel more comfortable here? All right. You're going to arch into the lower back. Feel what that feels like. And then a little round. Twerking again, basically. Last 2. Last time. Very nice. We're going to bring ourselves up. Rotate towards the long leg side. And it's going to be the left arm. So the back arm, circling backstroke 5 times. 5. 4. Big and slow. 3. 2. And 1. Take the hands down. We pull the bum back again 3 times. Bum back to the heel. Have we done that yet? Maybe not. Maybe we have. Welcome to my brain. 3. 2. 1. Coming forward again. Up. Close the ribs, but rotate to the long leg side. 5 circles back with the left arm. 5. Very strange position to be in. 4. 3, but I find with sitting, shoulders get so tight and sore. 2. Rotation is really good for that. 1. Take the hands down, and we're going to walk the hands to the long leg side. Nice and slow, okay? Feel it out. Breathe here. For those of you who feel like you want to explore the little arches and tucks into the pelvis, that's cool. Little twerky action. Remembering that an arched position is going to make your stretch more intense. You still want to keep pinky toe contact though. Do you know what I mean? 3, 2, 1. Okay, now this is where we walk the hands over to the other side. So we're going to come over, come over, come over, come over. Right hand plants down. You know, when your hand plants down, to get your shoulder over the wrist, you're going to find that left leg is going to lift up the mat just a little bit, and then reach left arm up. Check in that you haven't just back bended here. Okay, kind of close those ribs down. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay, we're ready to do the lifts. All right, so I'm going to close my ribs and find my tummy so that I can use that to help me lift my leg. And then I'm going to try and keep my spine really long as I bring my knee in towards my elbow. Okay? It's a neutral spine. So we're not going to let the rounding happen. 5. Doesn't matter if the knee actually meets the elbow. Yeah? 4. As you reach, imagine someone was pulling your ankle, pulling your wrist. 3. 2. And 1. Very nice. Reach. Okay, so from here, left hand is going to come to the ground. And you want to square your pelvis off with your mat. Try and keep that left leg extended. My right foot and shin are going to pivot so that I'm now parallel and square with my mat. Okay, take a second to get there. All right, from here I'm going to let my spine round as I bring my knee in towards my chest. And back. Bring knee in towards the chest. And back. Let's go for 4. Let the spine round. 3. Contact your lower abdominals. 2. All right, now tent through those fingertips. So lift up onto the fingertips to give yourself more room. Bring your right knee in and see if you can step that right foot through till it's between your two hands. That's tough. Takes a lot of core compression. Well done if you got it. Tuck the toes of the back foot under. All right. Think about where you want to be in your lunge. So right knee or left knee above left ankle, and you're going to come up into your lunge. Woo-hoo-hoo. Reach the arms up, but close those ribs. When you're ready, nice and slow and controlled, coming down for 10. And up. 9. And up. 8. Looking forward to the horizon, not looking down at the floor if you can help it. 6. 5. 4. And 3. 2. Last time. Down and up. And then slowly lower to the floor. Take your hands to the ground. Slide that right foot back. Take a shell stretch. Well-deserved shell. Open the knees. Untuck the toes. Sit it back down. We're going to take about another 30 seconds here. If this position is just torture for you, please go into any other position that might work. I want you to try and breathe here. So we're filling into our lower belly, allowing our tummy to expand between our inner thighs. Just being really kind of amazed at how that breath travels through the body. Encouraging your stomach to expand. I know that sounds like a crazy thing to say. encouraging the lower back to expand, the ribs to expand and open. Last breath here. We're going to stay in shell. We're just going to come into that side to side breathing. So you're going to walk both hands over to the left side of your mat. Resting your head down. Using your breath to target the space between each rib. You can push the floor away through the right hand. So my right hand is saying, get away from me, floorboards. You might be able to find a little bit more length into your lats. One more breath here. And then exactly the same on the other side. Just taking a mental note of how your body feels. Very often one side is going to feel very different to the other, but that just means you need to take a bit of time out of your day to then stretch into that area. Pushing the floor away through that left hand if you feel like you need a bit more opening. But it's really about the breath right now. Last 2 breaths, keeping the neck free of tension as you breathe. Last breath. Well done. Slowly bring yourself all the way back up into your kneeling. All right, now as per popular demand, you're going to bring yourself forward, tuck your toes under, tuck your pinky toes under, and we stretch for a minute. I have my timer on, so you don't have to rely on my horrendous timing skills. I mean, you guys have been with me now probably about 3 years, maybe going on 4 years. I doubt my counting's got any better over that time. My anatomy skills are better though. Breathing through. Trying to soften any areas of tension, especially the neck, shoulders. Well done, that's a minute. Slowly bring your weight forward onto your hands. I usually like to just shake my feet out. Once that's done, untuck the toes, bring yourself back up into that kneeling. Okay, close the rib cage for me, guys. Rotate to your, let's go to the left. Rotate to your left so you can copy me. Rotate to the left. Look down and back towards that left heel. Reach your left hand towards that left heel. There shouldn't be too much distance. You should be able to hinge back, grab a hold of the heel, squeeze your bum, bring your belly to the spine, and then maybe look up and reach your right arm up towards the sky. Don't collapse into the left shoulder. Push and squeeze your left shoulder blade down. One more big deep breath here. You're going to use your bum and your quads to bring you up, not your lower back. So bum and legs, and we're up. Okay, other side. Rotate to the right. Reach your right hand towards your right heel. It's not too much of a distance here. Squeeze your bum, close your ribs. See if you can lean back into it. Left arm, up. Good. Bum, bum, bum. Maybe looking up towards the sky, reaching the left arm back a little more. Take a big breath into the left lungs. Use your bum and your quads to bring yourself back up. Well done. Child's pose. Take it down. Just like we did earlier, we're going to drag ourselves along the floor, coming up into an upward facing dog. This time, if you wanted to, you could lift your knees away from the floor and squeeze to the front of the legs. Lift your sternum a little higher. Bring the knees down, slide back into that high kneeling position. Okay, we're going to repeat that a couple times. 2 times. All right. Tuck, close, rotate left. Left hand towards the heel, so you know where you're going. Grab it, but use that left shoulder. Push and squeeze the left shoulder underneath you. Right arm up. Breathe into the right side of your ribs. One more breath. Using your bum, bring yourself back up. Okay, equalize, rotate right. Look back. Right hand towards heel. Bum, bum, bum. Lean back. Left arm up. Right shoulder blade squeezes underneath you. So it's wrapping underneath you. Push the floor away through that right arm. One more breath into the left side. Bum, bum, bum to bring you up. Brief shell, rounding into your spine. Lower back rounds here, guys. Find a little bit more rounding into that lower back. And then we're going to drag ourselves along the floor. Come up. Try not to make this all about your lower back. So squeeze your bum. Heart shines forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Drag the heels of your hands back towards your feet. And then you're going to come onto your knees. Last time. This is going to get your heart rate going, hopefully. Tuck. Rotate. Lean back. Right arm up. Breathe into that right side. Bum, bum, bum to bring you out. Close those ribs. Rotate. Bum, bum, bum. Right hand, right heel, left arm up. Breathe into the left side. And then slowly, bum, 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 brings you up. Shell stretch. This is about letting the lower back round, so find that. When you're ready, drag yourself forward along the floor. Maybe lifting the kneecaps up, squeezing to the front of the legs, squeezing the shoulder blades together and down. Holding for 3. We're going to translate into downward facing dog here. 2, 1. Either lower the knees or just tuck the toes and transition into down dog straight away. Pedaling out through those heels for 5, 4, 3. Almost there. 2, 1. We're going to walk our feet forward towards our hands, finding a forward fold. Bend into those knees, guys. Letting go of the neck. Breathing into the back of the lungs. Let your head hang even heavier. If you've ever seen one of those stop motions of a plant growing up towards the sun, that's you right now restacking your spine. So from the lower back all the way to the crown of the head, restack, slowly rolling up. Reach your arms up towards the sky, circle sweeping them up. Interlace the thumbs, stretch, reach, 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 reach. Press the heels into the floor, reach the fingertips to the sky. One more big inhale here, get really long. And then on your exhale, release. And guys, that is you 100% done for the day. So I hope you enjoyed it. Didn't use the weights very much, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless.